Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, we're from Group 5 and today we're going to present our project-based learning. The project title is Comparison of Nike and Adidas Study on International Corporate Social Reporting. All right, next slide. So before we start, this group consisting of me, Nuryanti, Kharisma, Putri, and Shela Sasmitha, and also Intan Nurvadila. Next slide. So before we start, let's get to know the companies first. So there are two companies here, which are Nike and also Adidas. So Nike is a sportswear company from the US, famous for its like shoes logo and the slogan "Just Do It." So it focuses on innovation, athletes, and global branding. And meanwhile, Adidas is from Germany, known for the three-stripe logo, as you can see here. So it combines performance and fashion with many creative campaign and partnerships. Next slide. So CSR, corporate social responsibility, stands for it's about how companies take care of the environment, people, and also the communities, not only just profit. So in this project, we focus on three main pillars for TSR, which are planet, people, and play. As you can see here, these are the indicators of the good corporate social responsibility. They are clear sustainability goals, transparent reporting, environmental commitment, social responsibility, ethical supply chain, stakeholder engagement, innovation and sustainability, third-party certifications, executive accountability, and the last one is crisis responsiveness. Next slide. All right, so this is the comparison in planet side. The planet aspect is about how companies protect their environment. So here's is a quick and also the clear comparison between Nike and Adidas. So the first one, at the top, their carbon emissions. So for the Nike side, they have already reduced emissions by like 69%, and they target 70% in 2025, and Adidas focus on emissions but doesn't give clear numbers. And for the renewable energy, Nike uses like 69% renewable electricity, and for the Adidas, they are committed but no clear percentage of deadline. And sustainability materials, Nike uses 45% eco materials, and their target is 50%. And for Adidas itself, they have already used 96% recycled polyester, and it's a great move. And then for the waste management, Nike have like diverted 98% of waste from landfill and so reuse products, and also Adidas has circular programs but no specific numbers yet. And then for the water usage, Nike have already saved over 5 billion liters of water, aiming for 13 billion by 2025. And Adidas still talks about saving water, but there's no numbers in their sustainability reporting. And then for the chemicals, Nike replaced 2 out of 10 harmful chemicals, working on the rest. And also Adidas, they follow a detox program, but the progress isn't reported yet in their sustainability reporting. And for the last one is the transparency. So Nike uses GRI and then SASB and also SDGs to the leadership also. And then for the Adidas, they use like GRI and EU standards, but gives fewer specific and KPIs. So in short, like Nike is strong in data and clear targets, and Adidas also shines in like innovation and also recycled materials. Both are like doing great things, but different styles. Next slide. So it will
All
be
right,
with my friends, Intan.
thank you, Dwi. So this is for the people side. Basically, the first one is that this aspect focus on the internal aspect or the governance. So the first one is for the gender diversity or the overall workforce. So in the Nike, the most of the 51% women in global workforce, which is more than the targeted, which is 50%. And then for the Adidas, it is stated focus on gender inclusivity, but no clear percentage reported. While for the leadership position, for the Nike, it is 44% women in leadership, which is on track for the target around 45%. And then for the Adidas, it is commitment to inclusive leadership, but Once again, no quantifiable metric. And then for the third one is the racial or ethnic diversity. In Nike, it is around 41% US racial or ethnic minorities in corporate workforce, which is more than the target itself, around 35%. And then for the Adidas, then again, no detailed ethnic diversity figures disclosed. And then the fourth one is the pay equity. In Nike, it is around 100% pay equity across gender and ethnically global shift. While for Adidas, once again, not mentioned explicitly in numerical form. And then for the professional development investment itself, for the Nike, it is around 800K in 23 for women and minorities, while for the Adidas itself, it is training and digital learning tools mentioned, but no quantified investment data, once again. And then this is the sixth is the supplier health and also safety. For Nike, it is around 76% of strategic suppliers reached for HSE maturity level of 3. And then for the Adidas itself, the health and safety system exists, but still no quantified percentage of achievement reported. And then for the seventh, it is the supplier code of conduct compliance. For the Nike itself, it is around 70% compliance with foundational standard. And then for Adidas, there is workplace standard implemented, which is the third-party audited performance. And then for the eighth, it is the external assurance. In Nike, there are limited assurance by PwC on selected sustainability metrics. And is this the same for Adidas? There is limited and reasonable assurance by PwC on non-financial statements. And then the ninth is it is the inclusive leadership training or VP level for Nike. There is for the 1% of VPs completed, which is target is 100% by 2025. And then for the Adidas, there is no information provided once again. And then the last one is the number of CSR targets. For overall, in Nike, there are 29 corporate targets across people, planet, play for 2020 until 2025. And then for Adidas, there is no set number of CSR targets disclosed. Approach is strategic rather than quantitative. Then the next material will be delivered by Shela.
Right, thank you, Intan. For the next pillar, which is play, refers to how companies leverage the sport and play as a tool to build more inclusive, empowered, and healthier communities. And both of them have a different treatment for this. As the Nike treated as a formal pillar of their sustainability strategy, while Adidas integrates the idea of play into more loosely within its marketing and brand engagement. Next slide, please. All right, here is the comparison of the play aspect. For the structure, Nike divided into 4 aspects: active kids, inclusive community, employee engagement, and community investment. For Adidas, there's no structure categories as this brand show the sport impact shown through the brand initiative. For the community access, the Nike reached into 1.1 million kids with sport programs, while the 48% were girls, while Adidas promotes youth access through the sponsorship without the exact data. For the inclusivity, the Nike trained 142K coaches in inclusive practice and supports underrepresented groups, while Adidas highlight the diverse athletes but lacks structure for inclusive programs. And the next one, for the community investment, the Nike invested for 111 million target in grassroots and communities, while Adidas they show no target for the community investment and they focus on the sponsorship. The next slide, please. The next one, for the employee engagement, the Nike show that they have 30% employees involved in the volunteering, while Adidas there is no data showing that. For the next one, the sport of CSR vehicle, the Nike uses the sport to empower youth and promote equity, while Adidas uses the sport to enhance brand's visibility and the market appeal. The last one, for the quantitative tracking and goals, the Nike have a clear measurable targets with transparent annual reporting, such as FY23 and the FY25 goals, while Adidas they have no specific targets or KPIs for community sports awards. So the Nike leads in accountability and community impact through their sport, while Adidas excels in a brand-driven storytelling and global presence.
And then this is the conclusion. So for the Nike and Adidas, both show strong commitment to corporate social responsibility, but with different approaches. With Nike stands out for its structure and transparent strategy using the clear metrics and also international reporting standards like GRI and SASB. Its CSR efforts are organized under three main pillars: people, planet, and play, demonstrating measured progress in areas such as carbon reduction, renewable energy use, gender equality, and also community sports program. While for Adidas, on the other hand, focuses more on values and innovation, and the company leads in the use of sustainability materials and promotes environmental awareness through impactful campaigns, like its partnership with Proudly for the Oceans. However, its reporting lacks the detailed data and also the measurable target that Nike provides, making it harder to evaluate performance. So, in essence, the Nike prioritize data-driven accountability, while Adidas emphasize brand identity and ethical storytelling. Both contribute meaningfully to sustainability and improve further by adopting each other's strengths. All right, I think that's all from our group. Thank you for your participation and also the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.